Morning. It's day who knows what. I got Chris, my buddy Chris is coming out today. Today we're gonna check some compression, see if we can get the motor to actually turn using the starter. We got a 6-volt charger we're gonna hook up to it and see what it does. So Chris has been awesome. He helped me build the whole structure. He's got a wealth of knowledge and he's a good dude. So repping the RPS construction today. So we're gonna get after it. So we got the plugs pulled and we're gonna see what she does. My buddy Chris is showing up. There he is right there. Yeah, you can park here. Yeah, but you can park on it. Chris is here. We're gonna do some things. Alright, so we found out there is coolant still in the radiator, and the petcock comes out here, goes right down onto this motor mount tray, which then ships it down behind the motor. So hopefully that'll be sufficient to catch it all. And we'll find out. It's nice clean coolant though. Yeah, bright.
This we find out it's supposed to be orange.
Let's see. Oh, no, I'm missing. Get some of it, not all of it. Alright, so it falls out in 2 spots.
Well, it's almost like a real garage now.
That's inconvenient. Definitely more coming out of the front than the back. Alright. That's why I have shop rags, though.
Oh, I let it soak in.
But that's pretty clean.
No real wash chunks, which is good. No sediment.
It'll preserve the wood.
Keep the weeds down. Keep the rocks from freezing.
So we'll see if we can get this horn to fire today. See if we can get the starter to pull today. And see what we get for compression.
The gauge came from the same house as the car.
Yeah, Chris found it, which was very helpful. I overlooked it. He was like, "Hey, you're probably gonna want this." Yeah, no shit. We'll put it to
for good stuff.
We'll put it to the test today. See if we get good news or bad news. Alright, radiator came out. The bottom 2 bolts actually came right out. I broke them loose with a breaker bar and I was able to zip them out with a light impact. Both of the tubes came off. All 4 of the hose clamps came right off. You can see the side of the grill here is a little chewed up where it mounts. We'll have to see if it's something that's fixable or if it's gonna have to go away, and I'll have to transfer the emblem over to something else. But you can see there's a little bit of corrosion down the bottom. This whole side bracket's separated from the honeycomb. But oddly enough, it's still all holding fluid. So there is some potential. Good clean out. It might be able to make something work with it. There's the front of the motor.
Gantry latch right on there to spin this too.
Yep.
Got the hex head bolt.
Yeah, it's got the hex on the flywheel along with that kind of like spline. The spade goes into that for the hand crank.
Yeah, right. It has that little twist on it, so if it fires, it doesn't take your arm off with it.
Yep, right through there. Oh yeah, that's the release, so it doesn't take
That's the release, so that that angle is cut in the direction that it's going to spin, so it'll push your handle out.
Yep.
If it starts, rather than twisting your arm off with it and snapping your arm, because
But sweet, yeah, we'll keep getting after it.
You look at this, it's not even symmetrical, which is...
Yeah, the asymmetrical fan.
Really interesting. Alright, let's
cool,
get at it.
Alright, Chris just uncovered some treasure here. So, as we're cleaning up, 1342, looks like that would be the firing order for the cylinders, stamped into the head. And we found in the back here, that's going to be the serial number for the block.
Is that a 27 maybe? I can't tell without maybe a little pick.
21 or 27?
A 21 or 27.
Is that
an 8 or a... I think it's an 8, not a 3, and then 33.
Yeah.
So it's probably March 21st or 27th, 1933 is probably the manufacture date.
Yeah, manufacturer for the motor.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Actually, that's weird. That's a cast, not a stamp.
Right. Oh yeah, you're right. That's
wonder
part
if
of the cast
not
head.
Actually, the model. I wonder if that's more of a model code for parts than it is the
date.
How many horsepower is this?
22, 24, somewhere in there.
Could it be 21?
Could be 21.
Maybe that's why it's a 2.1. Maybe that's your horsepower rating on the motor. I don't know what the 3 would stand for. The 33 is definitely going to be the date code, I'd say.
Yeah, the 3 or the 8 in the middle there. I don't know. We'll keep digging.
Okay, your serial number's over here.
Yeah, down on the actual.
I know. Let's see. 2711. I can't tell if it's a 38 or a 36.
Let me get a flashlight in there.
This is 6. 271136.
Cool. Alright, so we are goose eggs across the board for compression, at least on that gauge. We don't know the validity of the gauge, but we weren't able to feel any of the compression through the ports with our fingers. Chris kept his fingers on a couple of them while I was spinning, so didn't feel anything. In this cylinder here, we did get a little bit of a fluid gurgle as we broke the seal from the gauge, so there's potential there, but it could be shot rings, could be stuck valves, who knows. We're going to dig into it a little further. So now we're moving on to electrical. Starters down here. So this is a switch that pushes based upon this lever movement, which goes through the firewall. Did you see what that went to?
It looks, I'm assuming it's this, there's a push-pull lever right below the dash, above the shifter.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I'm wondering if that's probably your starter, because your key should probably most likely just be ignition.
Yep.
And on and off. A lot of vehicles this stage had it either a separate starter or they had a flip switch.
Do you want to see if I'm wiggling that rod?
Okay, give it a wiggle? Yep.
Alright. So then
that rod.
So then key is power, ignition. And then I do have a selector next to the key here. So I got the key here. Then we have this selector switch. And then this, I would assume, Chris, does that make contact when I push it?
Do again? Almost, not quite.
Okay, so this would probably be your starter button. I was assuming originally that would have been a choke.
That was my thought when I saw it, but it makes sense that your choke's probably the cable.
Yep. So, 1933 push to start. We got push button start in a 1933. Most likely. That's what it looks like. Because that's power. That's most likely the ground.
Did you figure they didn't have the... I don't know if they had relays in this age. They definitely weren't common.
Right.
So they couldn't run that amperage through a switch like that key. So that's what they used. It was spring-powered mechanical connection.
Pretty cool. So, do we risk putting power to it?
I don't know. I almost feel like that should be bench tested.
Probably.
If you're gonna end up pulling this motor,
yeah.
which I have a feeling you're gonna be ripping apart in here, pulling it, just to at least see what's going on internal before you actually fire it.
Yeah.
After our last couple little diagnostic tests.
Yeah, most likely it's gonna be pulling it.
I feel like you're better off by putting that on a bench and firing it in a controlled environment.
I agree. It's less fun, but I agree.
Yeah. Because unfortunately, you're not going to find parts for this. This is...
Yeah, we got to make sure I don't damage it.
We have to either use it or repair, rebuild, or unfortunately fabricate our own.
Yeah.
Because you can't even buy an adapter plate for a car like this.
Alright. Back to disassembly. Welcome back. So we pulled all the head stud nuts and the generator and fan bracket. Actually, all came out pretty smooth. Couple snugs with a breaker bar to get it to pop loose, and then they spun right out. So now we got to separate the valve cover from the head, and hopefully that goes smooth. But everything's coming out pretty good. You can see the distributor tube there with the crank at the bottom. You could never do this with something built in 2007. Just wouldn't.
I've tried.
Wouldn't do it.
Doesn't work. My go-to now is go straight for the torch.
Yep. And here we are with hand tools. Well, battery tools.
Well,
Also.
it's a right OB. It counts as a hand tool.
Yeah, I'm strong.
Yeah. Yeah. Move that wire a little bit.
Look at that.
Get these little copper brush washers.
Yep.
And then we'll flip it over and take a look. I should have a pick over here.
The last couple washers. So these are multi-layers of washers.
Is that one? Yeah.
That all? Looks like it.
And this one here?
More?
It feels like it, right? This still has one, I think.
Oh yeah.
There's definitely copper crush.
This one doesn't feel like it's moving.
Well, if it's not moving, then let's not move it.
Yeah, there's no real lip.
Then let's leave it.
Cool.
Alright, let's see what the underside looks like.
Alright.
There's your crank for your distributor.
It's not
A
terrible.
little bit of carbon buildup, but that's not bad.
Yeah.
A little wire brush action.
Yeah.
That's actually not bad.
Oh,
Do you
yeah.
have somewhere nice we should put this, Brian?
We
You want to
can
put down a rag or something so we're not...
we can put it on that piece of wood over there, just like face. Yeah, we'll go face up. Yeah. There we go.
Distributor rod is located right here.
Yep. Actually, I'll put that with the distributor.
And then let's...
So all the washers and everything I have up there, I'll Ziploc bag all that
Yeah, so
stuff.
I want to put everything up here just so we centralize it all.
All right, here's the top of the head. Look at that. There's a ton of buildup. Some of this may have fallen in.
You want to turn that and see if those valves close?
Yep. I would bet a good chunk of this fell in through the top while we were working.
Okay. I would assume we were pulling it. That's why I wasn't overly concerned with us working without plugs. Because realistically, it had to be pulled just to clean it.
Yep.
What do you...
It is copper, right? Or brass?
Copper.
Oh yeah, it is copper.
So are these coolant passages then?
Oh yeah.
They're closing just not very well.
That's...
Actually, get that camera real quick.
It's right on top. Facing down at it.
Look at that.
Does that say Fiat on it?
Yeah.
That's freaking cool.
Do you want to close these last couple valves? I just want to scrub with it open.
So that intake, man, one's still open a little bit.
Yeah.
So if you're looking at the top of the valves here, they actually have Fiat stamped on them. There's an S and an A on each one. So SA, SA, and I would assume that it would mirror. We have SA and SA coming this way. So S is going to be something Italian for exhaust. A is going to be something Italian for intake. I'm assuming they didn't go as simple as air and soot or something stupid like that, or air and smoke.
Well, if you know, let us know.
But yeah, if you we'll do some Googling, see what the Italian word for intake and exhaust is. But that is pretty cool, and this is a full gasket right here.
That might be salvageable, honestly.
Yeah, doesn't look too bad. Where'd that scraper go?
Scraper?
For my
Putty knife?
yeah, plate knife.
You don't have to cardboard slide over that when you're not working on it.
Yeah.
Because I don't think you want to put the head all the way back on. You could.
Could, but
That's how it came off.
yeah, it's really pinched at this one. I'll spray that. Revisit that.
You gotta figure dissimilar metals too.
Yeah.
Look at the amount of carbon buildup. Obviously the engines didn't run nearly as clean back then. Everything was carbureted and tuned by ear.
Yeah.
But think of a 32,000 mile engine nowadays.
Right.
This has just about 32 grand on it, right?
Yep. Yeah, 32,000 originals what the odometer has. Don't tell the people at the RMV. People at the RMV think it has 135,000 on it. Because somebody wrote that on the title years ago.
That's kilometers, Bob. That's kilometers.
It wouldn't even have made sense if it rolled. Because it's got the wrong...
132 then.
Yeah, it's got the wrong number. For if it rolled.
Unless they roll different numbers around here.
It's Italian numbers.
Do they only go till 60? Because that's what the lifespan was?
I don't know.
70?
I don't know. But the title does have it in miles, even though the odometer has it in kilometers. So there's another variable there.
So I took a truck at work
See
the
if
other
people
day,
know how to do math.
and they wrote kilometers on the registration report for the state. Even though it's read in miles, so the inspection report says 65,000. It doesn't specify whether it's miles or kilometers. And the actual odometer reading is 32,000.
This thing's actually in pretty good shape.
Good parts wash, you can salvage that. Penny, you should put somewhere safe and flat.
I'll put it with
So there's really no more disassembly from the top, it's from the bottom end. Everything else comes from the bottom end. Like the only spot to split is your oil pan. Sorry, there's underneath your exhaust manifold. There is a cover with 2 bolts.
Yeah.
I'm gonna assume that's probably for adjusting your valve train.
Yeah, so that cover there, which I don't think I got good spray down on that yet.
No, I can let me see that.
bolts. So yeah, that's probably valve adjustments. I think that's a good call. Might need a new can.
Might, or at least try changing it.
All right, solid morning. I got out here around 9. It's 11:30 now. I got the whole top of the motor, or the valve cover pulled off. Got a whole bunch of electronics kind of set off to the side. We're obviously gonna have to figure out something with this wiring. All the wiring cables and everything are kind of trash, so either replace the wires completely or figure out how to do the wrapping on it again. But overall, looking better than I was thinking this morning in terms of the condition of the inside of the motor. So a lot of carbon buildup. We'll have to figure cleaning all that out, get the lower end apart and see what that looks like. But everything else looks like it'll be pretty well cleanable. The gasket looks like you might even be able to reuse that. All the bolts came right out, so very excited about that. Thank you, Chris, for coming out. I appreciate the help and motivation to keep pushing through. Wealth of knowledge, that dude. So like I said, he helped put up the shed. He's been helping me through the whole process, so shout out to RPS Construction. Yeah, I think that's gonna be about it for the day. I'm gonna get some of these parts put into Ziploc bags and labeled and clean up and go about the rest of the day. Not crazy complicated on something of this size, but we are going to mark all the wires for where they came from, just so 5 years from now when I finally get to put them on, I don't forget. There they are. First 4 marked. It's the nice thing about a smaller system. We did find out it's a 12-volt system today, which is sweet. Pulled the distributor. I don't remember if I said this in another video, but right there. Magneti Marelli Fabbrica Tipo 64906 Italia Volt 12. So it's a 12 volt, which is mint. So hopefully this one works. So we will find out and post that in a different video. And that'll be it for the day. Productive morning. So thanks again for tuning in. See you on the next one.